Let's say you're listening to a scientific explanation about photosynthesis and you're asked to draw diagrams and pictures of the whole photosynthesis mechanism while listening to the explanation. This is called generative drawing. Do you think generative drawing will promote learning? In many past studies, the answer has been, hell no! Rasco and colleagues instructed 4th and 5th grade students to draw illustrations as they read a mathematical text about a concept of intersection and empty sets. The results show that engaging in drawing did not improve the students' performance on a multiple-choice test assessing the retention of verbal information. In a study by Tirre and colleagues with undergraduate college students, those students who used the verbal strategy remembered more on a multiple-choice retention test than those who drew pictures while studying a number of text passages, including passages from science textbooks. In a recent study by Leopold, Sumfleth, and Leutner, 10th graders read a scientific text on the dipole character of water molecules and either provided with summaries or were asked to generate their own summaries. In Group 1, students had to read the text and study provided verbal summaries of the text paragraph. In Group 2, students had to read the text and study provided pictorial summaries of the text paragraph. In Group 3, students had to read the text and generate verbal summaries on their own. And in Group 4, students had to read the text and generate pictorial summaries on their own. The Group 2 students who received the pictorial summaries outperformed the Group 1 students who received verbal summaries on text comprehension and transfer. The Group 3 and 4 self-generated summaries group resulted in lower transfer than the provided summaries, Group 1 and 2. Again, generative drawing did not improve learning. In another study by Leutner and colleagues, 10th graders read the same text on the dipole character of water molecules. In Group 1, students simply read the text. In Group 2, students read the text and drew pictures of text content. In Group 3, students read the text and mentally imagined text content while reading. And in Group 4, students read the text, drew pictures, and mentally imagined them afterwards. In regard to text comprehension, that is, understanding the surface meaning of the text, Group 2's text comprehension went down, Group 3's text comprehension went up, and Group 4's text comprehension went down. In regard to transfer, that is, understanding the content, Group 3 did better than Group 2. Again and again, generative drawing did not improve learning. In a study by Schwamborn and colleagues, 9th and 10th graders read a computer-based text on chemical processes of doing laundry with soap and water and answered questions on text comprehension, retention, transfer, and drawing accuracy, and on cognitive load. In Group 1, students were instructed to learn from text only. In Group 2, students were instructed to learn from text with provided pictures. In Group 3, students were instructed to read the text and draw pictures of the text content on the computer screen by dragging and dropping given elements. And in Group 4, students were instructed to read the text, draw pictures of the text content on the computer screen by dragging and dropping given elements, and compare them with provided pictures. The results revealed that drawing pictures, as in Group 3, decreased text comprehension, whereas learning with provided pictures, as in Group 2, increased text comprehension. Again, generative drawing did not improve learning. This actually makes sense. I believe it's only natural because for those in Group 2 who were provided with pictorial summaries, it was like receiving a visual aid for text comprehension. On the other hand, for those in Group 3 who had to generate pictures on their own, they did not receive any visual aid for text comprehension. Plus, students' cognitive capacity was divided in two different tasks, drawing pictures and text comprehension, which led to leaving less cognitive resources for text comprehension. I believe generative drawing is not an easy task unless you are used to it. So generative drawing didn't improve learning in these studies, possibly because drawing tasks cause extraneous cognitive load, leaving not enough cognitive capacity for text comprehension. Then, what if we minimize the cognitive load imposed by generative drawing by making the drawing task easier? Would that make generative drawing useful for learning? The answer is heck yeah!